Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Double On Body Transformation Podcast. And yeah, first of all, thank you for viewing my channel. Basically, slowly and steadily, my followers are growing from 1 to 59. I'm grateful, but YouTube producing content, producing educational content, not fucking entertainment content, is something that I really love. Because that's my personality, right? So I like putting myself out there. But before we just get cracking, I just want to mention that whatever is mentioned in this podcast / video is solely for educational and entertainment purposes. Only whatever the hell that you want to do, please do it at your own risk under the guidance of a professional or a physician or a doctor, basically. I'm just a random guy on YouTube who is fascinated with transforming people. So that basically is it. I mean, yeah, so take my advice with a grain of salt, right? Now that I've gotten the disclaimer out of the way, I also want to say that before we just get cracking, feel free to like, share, subscribe to my channel, right? It just helps me reach out to more people out there in this world of clowns, right? Who are entertainers and don't really add generic value. But I'm also going to be like having my cup of coffee, right? It is something that I enjoy, and please guys cut me some slack because I'm in a calorie deficit right now. From lean, I'm trying to get shredded. It's just something that I do. So because the food prices in Dubai are going up, so I might as well take advantage of that and give myself like a longer runaway for gaining muscle. But before we get cracking, one of my clients asked me, like, how do I bring up a weak muscle group, right? And he is someone whom I really enjoy working with. So I was like, there are more people out there like him, so I might as well make some content around that. So how to bring up a weak muscle group, it's one of the most frustrating things, right? And weak muscles are influenced by many factors, right? Your muscle origins and insertions. So I'm going to be inserting a picture around that. What do I mean by origins and insertions? This is solely determined by your genetics. If you got deep origins and deep insertions, long story short, you will have bigger looking muscles. If you got like a nice little bone structure, you will have bigger looking muscles. Like small joints, yeah, you're gonna have like bigger looking muscles because if you do grow muscles around the small joint, it's going to give the illusion of like quite a big muscle. Also, what is the ratio of your fast twitch fibers to your slow twitch fibers? Now, what do I mean by fast twitch fibers? Fast twitch fibers are like those muscle fibers which are more responsive to explosive style training, which is mainly like muscle building training, like training in the 6 to 12 rep range, well, 6 to 30. But slow twitch fibers is more of like endurance based training, right? I'm not going to dwell into the different types of fast twitch and slow twitch fibers, but this is also determined by your genetics. You must have noticed that people who are like more slow twitch based naturally are drawn to things like combat sports, you know, like football, running, etc., because they're good at it, right? It just happens. Whereas people who are more like fast twitch fibers just naturally are drawn to sports like powerlifting, bodybuilding, strongman training, shot put, etc. Like, obviously it doesn't really mean that people with slow twitch fibers can't really go into bodybuilding, etc. There are tons of exceptions, right? But yeah, I'm just gonna have like a cup of coffee. Vietnamese coffee, it's fucking good. Oh my god. Mix black coffee with a little bit of stevia, quality black coffee, and man, I like that shit's amazing. So anyways, this guy, okay, this client of mine, his chest has basically been a bit of a problem, right? Because in case if you look at his picture, he doesn't have such great origins and insertions, and he comes from a background of doing a lot of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, a lot of running, a lot of that hybrid athlete stuff, which I'm not really a huge fan of, because you probably do a bit of everything and you specialize in nothing and you don't get any adaptations, right? If you want to train for building muscle, go and train like it. If you want to train to get good at running, I mean, go and train like it. Simple as that, right? If you want to get good at talking to girls, talk to a girl, don't talk to a tranny. You get the point, right? But this guy comes from a background of doing like a lot of endurance related stuff. He's got like not a great bone structure, but you get the point, right? I don't want to like berate him. I'm just explaining things with an example. But here are my top few suggestions basically when it comes to bringing up a weak muscle group. A lot of people first of all think that they need to do more in order to bring up a weak muscle group. That's the worst possible mistake that you can probably do. If you keep on doing the same shit, you're going to get the same results, or you're not even going to get the results, and that's the definition of stupidity. So let's probably say you go like, okay, my X muscle group is not growing. Cool, so what do? Let me do more. Don't fucking do that. Let me go and train it harder. Let me go and do more sets. Let me just go and do like more days per week. Instead, you want to scale back the amount of volume that you do inside the gym by reducing the number of sets that you do for a given particular muscle group, because before you chase quantity, you want to chase quality. Quantity is a tool to scale up the quality basically. So the first step is scale back, right? Second is, this is my personal bias, muscle growth happens anywhere in the 6 to 30 rep range, but like you might want to, you might want to train in a relatively higher rep range, anywhere between 8 to 12, 8 to 15. For dudes, I like to keep it anywhere between something like 8 to 12, right? So that they practice the reps. That's beautiful, right? Once when you practice the reps, a higher rep range gives you an opportunity for you to practice good technique, basically, right? That's the second thing, right? Now, what do I mean by good technique? This is something that I'm gonna like really stress out on. Good technique allows you to feel the muscle, right? Obviously, in some exercises, you're not gonna feel the muscle as much, but if you see it moving, despite the fact that you don't feel it, it's working. Now, what do I mean by good technique? You wanna go through a full range of motion, because if you go through a full range of motion, the muscle fibers are gonna stretch. That's going to create micro tears in the muscle cells, and with the right amount of recovery in the form of good nutrition, good protein intake, quality food sources, good sleep, low stress, you're going to fill in those gaps. And in an oversimplified nutshell, that's basically how muscle growth occurs. I can dwell into the technicals of it, right? Protein, like muscle protein synthesis, muscle protein breakdown, but that's to high level knowledge basically, and general population is not really going to understand that, so I might as well break it down in a much more simpler way, right? Going through a full range of motion, the whole process of building muscle is stretching the muscle under load, contracting it under load, stretching it under load, contracting under load, basically, right? This is me just demonstrating with a chest press, right? Now, the second thing is simply keeping like good form. Obviously, the research around this, keeping your speed nice and controlled. So what do I mean by this is, when you're stretching the muscle, right, you under load by picking up the weights, etc. And I'm going to demonstrate this in the form of a video. There you go. When you're stretching the muscle, basically, on the way down or on the way up, relevant to the particular exercise, right, you don't want to swing the weights, because if you swing the weights, the tendons and ligaments are going to fire up, and you're not going to go to the beach and flex your tendons and ligaments in front of a girl, right? You're going to flex your biceps. That's the whole fucking point, right? So when you're lengthening the muscle under load, you want to keep it nice and controlled, right? And when you're contracting it, you want to keep it explosive under stability, basically. Stability, whatever you want to call it, right? And also you want to be having good mechanics. Now, what do I mean by mechanics is, let's say you want to work your chest, right? And if you flare out your elbows too much, the elbow joint is going to be relevant to the shoulder joint, because of which you're going to get shoulder muscle gains. But the purpose is you're training with the intent of working your chest, so probably keep your elbows a little tucked in, keep your chest out, pinch your shoulder blades back. So it takes proper guidance and years if you try to do it by yourself to learn good mechanics, and most of the people don't even do that. But you can shortcut your way to success under the guidance of a good coach. Cheeky upsell. But anyways, jokes aside, you want to learn proper good exercise mechanics. Do all of these three things, and this itself is going to sort out your problem, right? I'm going to be adding in another video so that you guys can have a look at this with me training, right? The other thing is, once when you nail good form, then you want to train anywhere between 6 to 10 sets per muscle group per week. Wait, let me just have like another sip. Oh my God, this is good. So 6 to 10 sets, right? Now, how you spread those sets across exercises is something that I'm not going to be covering right here because that's a long ass topic. But keep it mainly compound exercises. Now, what do I mean by compound exercises? Exercises that use a lot of joints. So if you want to bring up your chest, things like the dumbbell press, things like the bench press, if you can handle it, things like the machine press, whatever, anything that involves a lot of joints. If you want to grow your legs, basically, a hack squat or a pendulum squat or a Smith machine squat or a barbell squat, whatever keeps you safe, right? You don't want to get married to a particular exercise just because some guru on the internet has told you gotta bench, press, deadlift, and squat, bro. Stick to exercises that keep you safe. Do 6 to 10 sets per muscle group. And the other step is, you don't want to combine those 6 to 10 sets per muscle group within one session. Think about this, right? If you try to combine all your work of the week within one day, you're fucked, right? You want to spread it out over anywhere between 3 to 5 sessions per week, right? In the gym. So, wait, let me just have like another sip. Beautiful, right? And you want to hit the muscle group anywhere between 2 to 3 times per week. So if you want your chest to grow, right, and if you're training 3 days per week, you can do like 3 total body sessions with 3 sets on Monday of chest, 3 sets on Wednesday, three sets on Friday. That way you hit it anywhere between 9 to 10. That way you get in anywhere between 9 to 10 sets per week, and you hit the muscle group 3 times per week. If you do less but you do it frequently, you get quality in and quantity in, not at the cost of quality, if that makes perfect sense, right? Like if you drink 10 drinks in one go, yeah, you're gonna get drunk, but you're also gonna get hungover. Do fuck. But if you pace it out throughout the night, or you pace it out throughout the week, the health effects will be far more minimal, basically, but the health effects will still be there, right? So that's my other suggestion. And then the other one is, you want to track your training performance, right, in the form of a logbook and progress it over a given period of time, right? If you're not tracking, if you're not measuring the things that you want to improve, how the fuck do you know that you're going to be objectively training harder? So someone like me keeps a spreadsheet on his phone, and I'm just tracking it. Back in the day, I would just keep like a logbook. This concept was popularized by Dorian Yates. A lot of people with not so great genetics do this. Don't follow the advice from IFBB pros and all of that, because no matter whatever the hell they do, they're gonna grow, right? But if you're not blessed with the genetic side of things, yeah, keep a logbook, and you will improve. Don't compare yourself with anyone else. The whole journey revolves around you versus you, right? And if you're progressing, don't change it. Don't fucking change it. Only change something perhaps around the exercise or the number of sets that you're doing, or like the rep range, etc. But once when progress halts, or probably take some time off, which is a topic I'm not going to dwell into, basically. So yeah, I mean, these are my tips around like bringing up a weak muscle group. So wait, I just gotta take a toilet break. Phew, I'm back. I've just been drinking a lot of water, right? I've just been drinking like a lot of water, basically. Whoops, zoomed out. Because of this diet, because I'm constantly flushing out liquid, which brings me up to the next topic, right? Current physique life update, nutritional hacks that I've found, and drug-related changes, training-related changes. That basically is it. So business is a bit on and off right now in Dubai, because I mean, looking good is a luxury, right? Wanting to look good naked, getting abs, building muscle is a luxury, right? People would rather go for essentials, right? Because the food prices are rising up, the shipments are getting delayed, and things like that, right? So I've got like a lot of free time on my hands, because of which I've been producing content like a madman on Instagram. feel free to check out the link in the bio. Been doubling down on the coaching by like checking up more, educating clients more, reading more books on bodybuilding, studying more about business and marketing. But also, I've been sleeping really well. So yeah, I feel good. I feel fucking good. And since the food prices are up, right, I was like, might as well use this as a bit of an opportunity for me to go from lean to shredded. So I ended my photo shoot at something like 53.5 kilos. Today morning I'm at like 51.5. You can see veins all over my legs. I've been cramping up, right? The training quality is actually still going good. Tirzepatide, which is the compound sold under the brand name Mounjaro, is at 3 to 3.5 milligrams per week. It's helping with the compliance. But I'm still keeping my food sources the same. 1 kilo vegetables, 1 to 2 fruits per day. The vegetables that I usually like to rotate between is beetroot, carrots. Carrots is fucking good on a diet. Onions, peppers, cucumbers, tomatoes. What else? Marrow. Yeah. Use condiments like Tabasco, soy sauce, salt, pepper. Protein sources are chicken breast, shrimp, beef, lamb, or chicken liver, whatever is there on offer in the supermarket. Calories at something like 1355, 3 to 4 diet drinks per day, and I'm dropping nicely. Digestion is on and off, but I'm pooping something like once or twice per day, and the poop is solid. Obviously, that's going to be expected because when you are in a fat loss phase, right, your survival mechanism kicks in, and your body's like, you know what, I'm going to try to hold on